What is up, my aesthetic boys? It's Fresh, back with another pleasure drive through internet insanity. On today's expedition, we'll learn about Vin Diesel's anatomy and find out how to get rich quick or die trying. A friend of mine died of cancer. The hospital in Croatia offered €2,000 to his family if they accept he died of COVID. And on an entirely unrelated note, I'd like to introduce my new book, Get Rich Quick or Kill People Trying, now available on Amazon. Step 1. See how far along Grandpa's cancer is, and maybe give it a bit of a nudge or a light push down a set of stairs in the right direction. Step 2. Profit. I've been at work for 2 hours and 2 people have already told me that I'm too pretty to be working here and that I should be modeling. Oh, honey. Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry. Creepy old guys giving you unsolicited compliments in the Walmart parking lot is not something you should be trying to flex on social media. So I asked my dad why he had the iPad in the pile to go in the dishwasher, and he said, I need to clean the history. I said, that's not how you do it, Dad. See, Dad, he's on the older side, technologically illiterate. That's the joke. But in reality, the dad's like, Johnny, hey Johnny, why'd you put the iPad in the dishwasher? Johnny, what? Johnny, why'd you put the goddamn iPad in the goddamn dishwasher? My husband didn't wear a mask to Home Depot the other day, and a woman came up to him and said, thank you for not wearing a mask. I'm a nurse, and we need to build our immune system. So, it's not a universally accepted opinion that it's a good idea, especially for the healthy. Ah, yes. This is the kind of situation that we in the biz call Deus Ex confirmation bias. Today, I dropped off my cat at the vet. I was wearing my good morning to everyone except that fucking bitch Carol Baskin hoodie. At first, they misread it and asked, oh, you went to Carol Baskin Big Cat Rescue? I said, fuck no. Pulled the hoodie off my boobs so they could read it correctly, and they said, oh, thank God. We thought for a minute you supported that bitch. Alright, Facebook.com. Search Free Joe Oh, wait, sorry, it's all caps. Search Free Joe Exotic. Oh, here we are. Right in Joe Exotic 2020. This sounds like a healthy, insane place to be. So I was literally just wearing some Panic at the disco merch the other day when I went to the mall and someone tapped my shoulder. I turned around and no joke, Brendan Urie was standing right there. I told him how much of a fan I was and he said that I was the nicest and calmest person he's ever talked to. Right as he was about to leave, I asked for a pic with him, but he just said, no one will believe you, LMAO. Then he did a backflip and left. No joke, this actually happened. Well, I understand the point of the subreddit, but they did say no joke and literally, so I'm inclined to believe this random YouTube comment. Alright, so we got this white Chevy piece of shit stopped at the stoplight by Cumberland Street, and it's got the little comment on my driving number on the back. So the police officer texts him and says, if you don't signal one more time, you will be pulled over, and includes a selfie of himself, and the guy in the Chevy white piece of shit conveniently says, sorry. Now I hate to burst your bubble, I know this seems like a fun situation. Someone clearly thought it was, or they wouldn't have watermarked the meme they created, but if you Google cop selfie, that's it, just cop selfie, this picture is the first result. The first one. Why do they always go with the first result? They couldn't pick, like, a couple pages down? Even scroll down the page. Nope, gotta be the first damn result. Well, I downloaded Pokemon Go, since I figured it gives me something to do on my walks. Was tracking some sort of creature and saw an old man walking his dog. Then saw a group of kids running at full steam around the corner with a phone yelling something about, it's over there! They were all running around looking for the Pokemon that I was tracking, but I had noticed it had disappeared. Then they noticed. They all start yelling at each other, accusing the other of nabbing it because apparently they were staggering catches. Just then, from around the corner, the old man yells out, Team Rocket is blasting off again! All the kids actively groaned and I just laughed. He had captured it right out from under our noses. Evil is real, ladies and gentlemen, and it takes the form of little old men walking their dogs. What's a random fact about you? Well, I used to go to the shooting range with my dad when I was 12. My dad handed me a 9mm pistol after demonstrating proper firearm handling, of course, and told me to shoot down range. I hit every shot in the 10 in the same bullet hole while standing up from 50 feet. Next thing you know, the entire range, including a retired army sniper, were watching me. That was 6 years ago, and not only am I a deadeye with firearms, but also darts, baseballs, and other things. That's right, I wrote this post to tell everyone how good I was at everything. But did I mention sex? I'm great at sex too, let me be clear. Sex with women is something that I'm great at, in addition to baseball, darts, and firearms. I totally forgot to tell you guys that I went to the movies to watch XXX with my girlfriend, and we were at the very last row, and in front of us there was a group of 7 or so teenage girls and one boy. And at the beginning of the film, it introduces the main actors, and like everyone was quiet for all of them, and then Ruby Rose appeared, and me and my girlfriend whispered, not wanting to bother the other people, "Look at our girl!" But all of the 7 girls fucking wolf whistled, and I was so surprised at this major gay moment that I started laughing so hard, and the boy turned around and said, "You ladies here to watch Ruby Rose too? They made me come with them." Well, okay, that's a lie. I'm watching this because of Vin Diesel. Have you seen his muscles? And that was the gayest moment of my life. Now, I'm inclined to believe this is true, and I'll tell you why. Ruby Rose was part of the 3rd and most recent installment of the XXX franchise, The Return of Xander Cage, which inexplicably managed to gross nearly 5 times more than its predecessor, XXX State of the Union. Rolling Stone gave the flick a single star, both lamenting the lack of a lower rating, and stating that Diesel has chosen to keep selling stupid to audiences who are inexplicably eager to gobble it up. Common Sense Media notes the film is light in the areas of writing or intelligence. This sentiment wasn't shared by all though, and the box office proves that. The one and only Josh Moore on Google Reviews sums up this feeling perfectly in his year-old quote, saying, "Hot biatches, guns, mayhem, explosions. This is my perfect movie. Some of you want to preach on objectification and sexualization. Shut the f*** up. Some of us enjoy over-the-top action movies. Stop discounting a whole audience. 5 stars." And he's right. I can't discount a whole audience, which at an average movie ticket price in 2017 of $8.97 means over 38 million tickets sold worldwide. An audience that seems largely interested in seeing guns, cars, Vin Diesel's left bicep, and a pair of boobs that happens to be attached to Ruby Rose. So honestly, I don't doubt this happened. Given the interests of the XXX audience, this seems pretty much in line with what should be expected. This girl is on Tumblr in class in front of me, but I can't see what her URL is because the font is too small. Wait, she just turned around and squinted at me, and I just got this message. "I saw your post, fucker." Alright, well, calm down, let's do the math. So you take 7, 4, square root, 362. Yup, math doesn't add up. Had this conversation with a shop worker today. Me. You're not essential. Shop worker, oh yeah, and who do you think you are? Me. I'm a journalist. You're welcome. At that point, everybody in the shop stopped what they were doing and clapped. Alright, they clapped. Everyone clapped. Roll credits. I'm the smart girl that doesn't flex it. LOL. My class says I should replace the teacher, but I keep it low-key so that I don't have to. LMAO, yet here you are. Flexing. From the iconic Facebook group Film Your Hospital in parentheses fake pandemic, here's my conversation with the cashier at Staples, me. I hope you are taking mask breaks. They aren't good for your lungs, cutting off your oxygen. Well, we have to wear them, and we aren't taking cartridges for recycling anymore because the pandemic cuts down on touching things. That's ridiculous. You are right now touching everything that I touched and put on your counter. Do you see the insanity of that? Well, it helps decrease the spread. The spread of what? Cashier? Crickets? Me. I had to help her out a little. The flu? Cashier. More crickets. Do you do this every year during flu season? Cashier. No. Why not? If it decreases the spread, well, we have to wear them, and I agree with it. You need to think for yourself and stop following orders because they say so. Do some research. Well, I have, and I agree with it. Agree with what? Everything they tell you is true and that you need to follow orders. Think for yourself. Sometimes you have to stop following orders and think for yourself and ask if this is right or accurate. Cashier, I believe it. Okay, you are a very good little obedient government drone, doing just what you're told. Good girl. The conversation went back to her statement, I believe it and I have to wear it, like the good little slave that she is. I did mention that she was saying the same things they said in Nazi Germany, just following orders. I don't think she even knew what Nazi Germany was. I don't know, lady. I'm pretty concerned about this spread of crickets and more crickets. I don't know why you don't care about the crickets, but they're getting everywhere. We gotta stop it. I was pulled over last week, and the cop came up to my truck looking like he just had the best day of his life, and he jumped up onto the passenger side of my truck. It's lifted with big tires, so he had to stand on the bar to look at me, eye to eye. He asked for my insurance, license, etc. I asked him why he pulled me over because I wasn't doing anything illegal. My truck has no issues, so I was confused. This guy looks me straight in the eye and said, "Sorry to waste your time, but this truck is f***ing massive. Mind if I take a few pictures?" I started laughing and said sure. He took some pictures and I gave him a ride and talked to him on patrol. 10 out of 10 would get pulled over by him again. Well, it's not a groundbreaking lie. It's not egregious. It's, some might say, the best thing that I've seen in the last 6 or 7 minutes. Or, the sister group of this Facebook group, the worst thing I've seen in the last 6 or 7 minutes.